day in and day out in Cleantech Open, John Martin, the deputy director.
All right, I don't actually like the Academy Awards analogy, but what we're going to do now is like when they announce the nominees in January. So you're going to see now 17 companies in about 17 and a half minutes, probably 34 minutes, but 90 seconds, guys. Most of them are going to give their pitches. The ones who aren't here, I'm going to channel them, so I'm going to essentially be presenting a summary of their pitch. When I'm doing that, the representations I make do not represent either the opinion or the board, or rather John Martin or the Cleantech Open. But we do cover a wide territory. We think it's important to include all these people, even virtually. So, without further ado, and Don Moss, if you would come up with the first one, we're going to run through the 2012 semifinalists, which are being announced this morning for the first time. And our first one is Global Green Energy in the efficiency category from Tumwater, Washington.
Thanks, John. So I'm Don Moss. I'm the president and CEO of Global Green Energy and the creator of the SunMiner inverter. I created this inverter to solve many of the problems I found during my time as an installation company. The solar panel market is growing so fast that micro and single module inverters in the marketplace are antiquated. Our improvements give a monstrous 25% increase over all the other inverters in the marketplace. Our inverter uses widely stocked and readily available parts. By 2020, U.S. sales are projected to reach 16 gigawatts or $81 billion. SunMiner is priced to be competitive with the older, less efficient inverters in the market. It's already in small quantity production in our facility in Tumwater. These distributors, I think I need one more slide. So somewhere I'm missing a slide. Okay, these distributors have committed either in writing or verbally to purchase our product. We have agreements with them to hit their well-established clientele. We expect to be cash flow positive by Q4 this year. We lead the field in features and functionality. We have created a solution where we have the best inverter in the world, and we've been moving towards manufacturing. We're seeking $500,000 in capital to put the rest of our equipment in place. Thank you.
Jimmy, if you come up, we're going to run right through the next one. Here we are. Distributed Energy Management in the Smart Grid and Power category from Bremerton.
Good morning and welcome, and thank you very much for inviting us to speak this morning. My name is Jimmy J, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Distributed Energy Management. And what we do is we help businesses understand and lower their operational expenditures as it relates to their energy consumptions. So imagine the problem of if you are a business owner, you're probably not going to be very well aware of what a kilowatt hour is and how that actually affects your business. But what you do know is the cost of doing business in order to generate a revenue. And so instead of going and trying to educate the customers of kilowatt hours and what that means, why don't we convert the kilowatt hours into language that they understand, basically the cost sensitivities or the cost of doing business. So basically that's what we did. And what we have found was the unique opportunity where we right now sit at the confluence of big data, energy, and building automation systems. You put those three together and we can now take that operations and just take that energy and the information and convert that into the language that they understand. So for instance, if we integrate the operations, the kilowatt hours, whether it's prices, etc., any other externalities through our proprietary algorithms, I can now tell you things like, well, how much did you spend per degree Fahrenheit? And if I told you that you spent $15,000 per degree Fahrenheit, of which 1,000 was from your electric boiler and $500 of that was from your gas boiler, well gosh, you know now exactly what to do, and you don't have to worry about the kilowatt hours at all. Likewise, I can tell you how much you spent on each janitorial service, how much did you save on a Friday work from home policy, etc. But once you know those, you can now go and optimize your business without actually having to worry about the kilowatt hours. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you more.
All right, this next one is also from Bremerton, but Jeff was not able to make the vote this morning, so I'm going to have to channel Profile Composites. Profile Composites is actually an interesting company because it's built around the actual fabrication of composites. And as our friends from Boeing know, it's a very tricky prospect. And they have come up with a method that, and typically you put these in autoclaves for long periods of time in tremendous heat. Profile Composites has come up with a method of doing this with much less heat, which uses much less energy, and much less materials as well. It solidifies much more quickly in just a couple of hours instead of almost all day. And there are a number of applications for it, but for our competition, they're applying it to those sort of pill-shaped tanks for compressed natural gas. There's a huge uptake in compressed natural gas. I don't know if Garrett is back, but one of the members here that's presented before is World CNG. Not many of you may know, but one of the leading companies in the nation for converting fleets to compressed natural gas is here in King County. And Profile Composites is trying to provide those sorts of tanks. One of the interesting things here is that second bullet, unique controlled failure. You always know these things are going to fail somehow, but what they tell me is these can fail in a very predictable and linear way. And also this process is scalable to make mass productions, whereas composites before have often been very crafted. So that is our company from, and incidentally, you will have seen on the sign here, Cleantech West Sound, and you may wonder, what is Cleantech West Sound? Well, here you have two Cleantech companies up and going, up and growing in Bremerton. John or Jay, if you're around, up. Our next company will jump over to Redmond, Sunreps in the renewables category.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. I'll make this relatively quick because it's very simple. And that's the beauty of what Sunreps is about. Electricians and roofers make money by selling and installing photovoltaics. Plumbers and roofers make money by dealing with solar energy in the hot water aspect of things, so solar collectors. And then the HVAC professionals, individuals dealing with probably the most expensive item in a building, they make their money off of filters and fan belts. They do not have a horse in the race of renewable energies. There is not a cost-effective air heating, space heating, solar collector on the market, except one. And this, if you can see it, is the most cost-effective solar collector yet produced by man. And that's not me saying it, that's the U.S. Department of Energy. It's called a transpire solar collector. The complexity is awesome. It's black, and it has holes in it. That's it. That's why it's the most cost-effective product. Boeing has used it. Air Canada, Walmart, Ford, GM, anybody that has a large, big box building has dealt with this product around the world. That patent was up a couple of years ago. Sunreps has picked up the patent by the National Renewable Energy Laboratories that deals with a product that is 3 times less expensive than the cheapest product on the market. This is the least expensive solar application yet developed by man. Black surface with holes in it. That's it. I know you're all with your mouths hanging over a little bit. Well, what does it do? Very simply, this is on a roof. Sunlight comes down, hits the black surface. The HVAC fan is pulling its fresh air through the holes that picks up the heat off of the black surface and into the building. up to 80% efficient of the quantity of sunlight that hits this surface. This was the cheapest. This is now 3 times less expensive than the cheapest. That's why SunReps was selected for this competition. And before I leave, one last point that I'd like to say is Foster Farms, who I've been working with for about the past year and a half, has played a significant role in taking this concept into a practical application and assisting me to get from metal to an engineered fabric. So thank you, Foster Farms, wherever you are out there. Thank you.
And next, Wallace, if you come up. This company is Terrafin from right here in Seattle. They were twice finalists in the University of Washington's Environmental Innovation Challenge. And there's that, and then where's our little mouse?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wallace Kemke, and I am the owner and president of Terrafin. Last year, I filed a patent for several innovative renewable energy products that I believe are capable of someday taking every home off the grid. 40% of our energy consumption comes from electricity, and demand is only increasing. Yet we allow copious amounts of potential energy to pass right through our fingertips here in the United States. The market for small wind turbines is $13.1 billion and is expected to grow at 15% over the next 5 years. The current turbines are like the Cray supercomputers, able to deliver large powers but requiring big spaces, thorough and constant technical support. We are looking to provide the laptops, a small, efficient, and nimble system that everyone can use. Our innovative Terrafin technology offers an inexpensive, aesthetically pleasing, and quiet way to harvest all ranges of wind speeds. Not only is it environmentally friendly, but it's also 100% scalable and can fit any application. The best part about Terrafin is it's also extremely efficient at pumping well water or generating electricity at suboptimal wind or water speeds. Combined with a much lower cost to manufacture, the Terrafin model can be assembled using a wide variety of materials, allowing it to be easily adopted in cities around the world. With a patent pending in the USPTO on the Green Energy Fast Track, we're currently negotiating licensing agreements with the manufacturers all over the U.S. You can visit our website at www.terrafin.com to learn more.
That's the gist of it.
And that's it. One more video. This was last year at the Environmental Innovation Challenge. And then it also works in the water. So the work should be okay.
Thank you. All right, Jeff, if you would come up next. Our next company is actually from British Columbia, which is the first time we've had. There we are. GR Green in the green building category from Burnaby.
Thanks. Good morning. My name is Jeff Wenzel, and I'm the president of GR Green Building Products. GR Green has developed a breakthrough patented process to produce the world's first truly environmentally sustainable roofing and siding products. Made from waste limestone and recycled plastic from milk bottles, GR Green Building Products can be completely recycled at the end of 50 years, making our products and process certifiable under the cradle-to-cradle manufacturing standards. Our products are not just environmentally friendly, they also cost less and outperform all synthetic competitors. This is due to GR's patented production process, which creates a sustainable competitive advantage. GR green products look remarkably better than all synthetic competitors, and they're virtually indistinguishable from real slate and cedar. Our 10-year goal for roofing is for a 7% share of a $1.5 billion roofing material market in North America, translating into roofing sales of over $100 million per year. Our 10-year goal for siding is for 3.3% share of the $10.5 billion North American market, translating into siding sales of over $300